Good evening, everyone. So today we're going to talk about top-down analysis, how to get your buyers, then um, entry, about how to get to minimize your sell. If you want to flip also, those kind of entry can actually help you. So, but for today, main topic for today is about top-down analysis, which is how to get your buyers and every other things. And after the class, you ask your questions. So this top-down analysis don't really have much, just that the POI, how to catch your POI to use your liquidity, the structure, use the same thing, which is structure, liquidity, and POI. You use the same pattern you use in lower time frame to catch your POIs in bigger time frame to know where exactly market wants to go to. You understand? Because once you get your and once you do your top down analysis and get your buyers, then you follow it in lower time frame, which I said that about external structures and internal structures, which is when you analyze in bigger time frame, then you follow it up in lower time frame. So how do you make use of this? Is by using the same structure, liquidity, and POR, the same pattern we use in lower time frame to catch our entries in lower time frame. Use the same thing in bigger time frame. Because for example now, you get um structure, this structures in bigger time frame, and this is your POI. All you have to do now is to follow it up in lower time frame, which is the structure we are talking about now. Follow it up in lower time frame till market tests out this high. From here now, you have already gotten your bias, which is what bullish to market tests out this high in bigger time frame. Then you follow it up in lower time frame. It's very, very simple. All you have to do is to, let me revise again, use the same pattern, the pattern that I show you guys about how you get your POIs, how to use all liquidity and all that. Use the same thing in bigger time frame. Once you use the same thing in bigger time frame, you get your buyers, which is analyzing a bigger time frame, trying to get where the market wants to go to. That's just all about buyers. Then you follow it up in lower time frame. You have already gotten your buyers, which is bullish. So anything the market is, the movement you are trying to find your setup and all that is what bullish. You are buying to market test at the external high. It's just simple. Let me just explain with chat. This BTC now, this the TV service very, very long. The should be long, very, very long. First TP should be the first time. But let us also let me use a pet and do example of what I mean about the stammer, about the this thing. Now, talking about the analysis. For example, let's move to, like I said, firstly, open a time frame. The question, I know some of you are asking which time frame and all that. The answer to that question is open a time frame that will show you everything that's happening in that particular pair. Understand everything that is happening in that particular pair. Because USD GPY now you can actually open a day time frame and you see everything. But if you open GPY, it will not be showing you everything. So you have to open another time frame, a bigger more time frame to showcase where exactly everything that's happening there. You understand? Let me just show you. For example, now let me open EG time frame. A day time frame is good. A day time frame is good. It's showing me everything I want to see and where the market is going to. You understand? And if you open a day time frame in GPGPY, basically, yeah, now it's not showing you everything that's happening here. Because if you open another time frame, 3 months, you have to check these places, which is these structures here to see where the market wants to target, where the market wants to reach before selling down all that. That's where I got to this particular POI, which is about I think one week time frame. No, 1 week time frame is not even showing me that. Now 1 month time frame. Now 1 month time frame is actually showing you the other block and liquidity. Then, for example, now this is order blocking and this is liquidity. But we are using lower time frame to check all these structures. We won't actually see why I entered for sell here and I've been selling down. You understand? So the sell should be like from here to down here before looking for another. Let me open USDGPY that I want to explain. Now, USDGPY, like I told you, I've used 1 week time frame. Here we have what a change of character, which is a major change of character, and what market is selling down. So we are from here now. This is like getting your change of character. Let me show you. This is actually something like this. Change of character, then market returning back into your POI and selling that. So everything you're doing now is sell. From here now, you're already getting your buyers, which is what sell, bearish trend. So anything you're doing in lower time frame in this zone is selling down. So if you check, USD GPY has been selling down to take out all these lows here because this is where the trend started here. So USGPY is currently in the downtrend. So any structure, and I explained this last time, any structure you see here trying to buy another is just like a retracement to take out some liquidity before the actual sales. So any change of character you see in this lower time frame here inside there, you shouldn't really pay much attention to it because you know that it's happening inside the internal structure, which is what they minor change of character, which I explained in the last class. So anything you are doing here is sell. Even if you see a retracement, you just have to open another time frame that is clear to check the retracement where it's coming to. You understand? The liquidity is coming to take out before the actual sell. If you check here, let me open lower time frame. Let me check 1 week, 1 month, sorry, 2 hours. Now if you check here, 2 hours have been selling down. Everything here is sell, sell, sell. And if you check, there are many change of character that happen inside here. Many change of character that happened inside here. Market was actually going a change of character, still sell. Another change of character still would sold. Then market have been selling down, keep selling down. So anything you are doing is what sell. Shouldn't mind all this. The retracement is just like coming to take out liquidity. And if you can see here, this is like breaker block, and you have this high, this high. So many people regard this as a change of character trying to buy from above. After this high has been taken out, we take this as liquidity and pick a POI and sell down. And if you check here, another zone broke here, giving us like a change of character and all that, and still sell. So anything I'm doing here is about selling, selling, selling down. You understand? So from here, buyers is just like using the same structure you use in lower time frame, the liquidity and all that, combine it, still use it in bigger time frame to get your buyers. Because for example, the pattern we use is was structure for pull back, liquidity coming back. Now, if you're using something like this in lower time frame, which is this structure after liquidity take out, you are both buying. If you use the same pattern in bigger time frame and you saw something like this, all you have to do is what bullish market. So in lower time frame, you are just looking for buys and all that. Because even if you go against the trend or you don't understand bias, and you understand this particular pattern, it will actually be hard for you to use it because the bias is about getting where the market is going to, knowing the exact trend you are. So if market is bullish, you are buying. If market is selling, you are selling down. That's why I've been selling down both GPY here. Same to BTC also. BTC is currently bullish. So and all these things is something you should like very, very care of. Now talking about the change of car, sorry, talking about the entry. Now entry is just something simple also because and this particular entry, there's a time for you to use it and a time for you not to use it. Now I don't basically use this particular time frame all the time. When I use this time frame is when I have big SL. What I mean by big SL is just sort of make you risk big amount of money. I'm not like minimizing your risk to reward and all that. For example, that are 40 SL, 50 SL, 60 SL is actually bad, but you have to look for this particular entry for you to minimize your risk, then take the trade. Now, when, for example, the advantage of this thing is um to increase your risk to reward and also avoid unnecessary losses. Then if you want to flip, so if you're somebody that wants to flip, yeah, it will actually help you too. And the disadvantage is about, for example, you can actually miss setup. Yeah, while waiting for your entry and all that, market will just leave. But for you to avoid this particular missing of a trade, you use it when you have to. Because, for example, you have a big SL. Now you have to use it. For example, you get your PO in bigger time frame, then go to lower time frame and look for this entry. You will actually see it. But if you're using the entry when you have a normal SS, something like 15, 5, 15, 10, 5, and all that pips SL, and you're waiting for the re-entry, you can actually miss it up because market will just hit your POI and just buy in those kind of entry, in those kind of time frames. Now, for example, let me just show you what I mean by that. For example, you have a POI in 1 hour, and this is your liquidity and all that. Now, what you are waiting for is change of liquidity to change of character and liquidity to change of character and market returning back into your order block for buy. But when back, for example, this is a 1 hour time frame, and market reach your POI. You zoom down to the time frame that I use for this particular entry is 5, 3, and 1. But if it's actually from um day time frames, 1 week time frame, you can just extend it to 15, 30, 50, 45. You understand? But for example, this 1 hour I use 5, 3, and 1 minute time frame, depending on the structure that I see there. So when market gets to your PO, I zoom down to 5 minutes time frame and look for sweep of liquidity, change of character, and market returning to black to your order block and buy. Now other the for example, this is your particular this if you got a PI from here, you know when you use something like this, your enter is from here and your SL is below here, the big SL. But if you're using this particular entry, you have to like minimize your S from your entry now. Is from that particular order block you pick from the 5 minutes time frame. And SL will be below the order block here. You can see that the SL is now times 2 of the main SL. So if you are somebody that is using, for example, you and I want to enter a trade now, I'm using one lot in this particular trade. I'm risking 200. We have to only 200. I'm risking 200. This particular trade, my lot is one lot, and you look for this particular entry. Now you must actually be risking the same 200 and maybe add more lot to your this thing. Maybe like I'm using one lot and you're using two lots. We are targeting different TP target. Like your TP, my TP might be 1,000, your own be 2,000 because of you minimize your risk. And this I look for it. And this particular entry. And please, before you use this particular entry, practice before you use it. Like I said, I don't basically use it. I don't normally use it because of the entry and all that, the time frames. So if I see that my SL is just good, I just risk my trade. If the SL is big, that's when I'm looking for this particular entry. You understand? So if you have any question, you can just ask. Raise your hand. If you want to ask a question, raise your hand and ask the question. Adebayo. What's up?
There's a I want to enter yesterday. So I
Yeah,
thought
who is
it
this
seems
now?
the
Your
trade
place
also.
is like you have a noise there. Please change location.
Okay,
Come up and
okay, okay. I, I,
I'm not hearing you. Please fix your network, then come back again.
There's a trade on BTC yesterday that I was about to take.
A
There's
trade, a trade on BTC. How about ask your question, please?
Good evening.
Also,
Fine. Please, I want to ask, sometimes when I'm about to enter a trade, I used to see other block and breaker block at the same place. Maybe the other block might be a little bit below the breaker block or a little bit above the breaker block. And sometimes if I enter the trade, if I use the one above, price will still come and mitigate the one below instead of the first one. And still take me out. Are you getting my question?
I don't get your question.
Like I'm trying to say that when I see a setup,
Mm-hmm. The answer to that question, let me just answer. Any POI that you see, maybe like you can actually see like a breaker block or that block. But then the only thing is that the thing here is that your immediately after liquidity sweep, choose a POI that is near to liquidity. So if it's breaker block, use the breaker block. If it's other block, then use the other block.
I still have another question, BTC.
Okay.
On weekly time frame, BTC weekly time frame, my analysis like the one you just explained now that we should use structural liquidity for higher time frame um, buyers before using it on the lower time frame. On my own this thing, on my own analysis on the weekly time frame for BTC, it does not mitigate my own this thing, my buy period point of interest. And BTC, I was expecting BTC to keep selling until it mitigates that particular piece, but BTC is buying. So I'm still confused.
That particular area is very, very far from the liquidity. So that's why BTC haven't mitigated. I understand what this zone.
Yes,
How this
yes.
zone. So, but that particular zone is far from the liquidity. The market just have to pick a period and near there. And if you go lower time frame, you can actually see why BTC picked that zone. Just try. Another person, Ebube.
Okay, good evening, Chief.
What's the
So,
question? What's up?
yeah, my question is, can you go to gold? I think it was on Thursday. Like everybody was expecting a buy, and like the buy was actually going well, and all of a sudden the trend changed and started selling, and it took most people out. Like I wanted to know what caused the sell, if it was because of London session started, or does session have anything to do with our buyers? Because yeah, it was actually buying.
Like I
We
said,
okay.
explain. Let me explain. Like I said, when market is buying, market keeps forming liquidity, forming liquidity, forming liquidity, forming liquidity. All of a sudden, they sell, pick a zone, continue buy. That what happened there. Market was forming liquidity and all that. Let me open lower time frame. So there's nothing like change of character, change of like nothing like change of direction or all that. We have zone here. We have a zone here from the breakout block, and this is trend liquidity. One, two, three. You can see it forming the same range going up. So this is like coming back down to take all the liquidity and pick a zone near it to continue the buy. The my TP is just up here. Another reversal can actually happen to come down again to take out liquidity. That's just how market moves.
Okay, then I have another question.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, don't worry. That's all for now. That's all for now. Thank you.
Someone that asked my microphone is not working. Are we going to use the first pullback as liquidity on the what? On the time frame that we used for analysis Are you going to use the first pullback? I don't understand the question. Another person. Let me just try. The first pullback, like if you analyze in 5 minutes or 15 minutes time frame, you can actually you can see the first pullback there. If you don't see the first pullback there, then there is no pullback for it. Maybe like just manipulation or that. But the time frame you use to analyze 15 minutes time frame, the liquidity should be able to be visible there. This guy, Enoch, Enoch, Farouk, ask your question.
All right. Good evening, boss.
Yeah, bro, good
Okay,
evening.
what's up?
Okay. My question is, when picking a point of interest in a scenario whereby we have a large order block,
Um,
how are we going to pick,
then
how are we going to
sorry, I
mark
don't
out?
want to but
Oh, who is this now? When you have a big order block and want to pick entry from there, the market can mitigate that zone. All you have to do is to go lower time frame. Like I explained, you go lower time frame to look for entries, which is liquidity sweep, change of character, and market returning back to that block for buy.
okay. Good evening. Please come to GG chat.
Your network is breaking.
Okay, and said, can you go to GG
I beg,
chat?
change location, another person, please.
There's a
Your voice is breaking over. Um, boy,
okay. Can you hear me now? Hello.
Another person have broken over. Boy, answer
Okay,
your
can
question.
you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, so my question is sometimes on the charts I see like okay, price forming a structure, liquidity and all, but then price doesn't take it. Price doesn't take the liquidity. It just starts buying and buying and buying. Then it will form one small structure up. I will now feel like okay, maybe that one is just liquidity. It will come back to my entry before moving. But then it just use that small structure there to keep moving. And it makes me miss a lot of trades. So I don't really know. How do I go about that?
If you miss, like, if you have any trade, like, on hour now, let me open. Like I said, you follow with what market do. So if market don't the pump, oh good, don't pump.
Yeah.
Wait, see, somebody, excuse. Wait, I'm coming. So for example, now you have entry in 1 hour, and market didn't respect that particular entry. Didn't respect that particular entry and keep moving up. Then forming structures like this, let me just throw it out. This like this, didn't like touch your POI, just move up, started moving up, forming structures like this. So this is like giving you more opportunities to enter instead of coming back down again. So this is like liquidity sweep. Now a strong glow, pull by before taking out this particular high, going up again. This is what market will do. Just keep like going up like that. So if you are seeing things like this, these smaller structures, then you follow it up. All you have to do is to watch out for the liquidity sweeps below, making like that low a strong low, then picking your liquidity and buy, and make sure those particular structures like a short buys or short sells. You understand the short buys and the short sell. So you just look for the returns that pick your TP and move out.
Oh, okay. Okay, I think. think I've gotten it now.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
Farouk, ask your question now. Please make sure your network is
Yeah, good
good.
evening. Good evening. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you.
Can you go to GJ chat? There's a question I need to ask.
GG.
Hello, are you there? Yes, GJ.
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, now sorry, you see where this buy that order block that this buy occurred from, this buy that happened this night. That sweep zone.
This one.
Yes, that buy that occurred. I saw a breaker block there. I'm not sure how you identify a breaker block, but I kind of identified a breaker block there, but it didn't respect it. It went to the other block. So I want to know how you identify one breaker block.
Do you know that the breaker block is already mitigated?
You said?
The breaker block is already mitigated now.
Oh, the breaker block is already mitigated.
Can't you see it? Yeah, who they make noise there? I will kick you out too.
Okay.
Check your chart. That breaker block is already mitigated.
Okay. Thank you.
Kelvin, ask the question,
Boss,
Kelvin.
good evening.
Tell me what's up.
Fine, boss. Boss, I wanted to ask, when marking a breaker block, are we going to pick from the wick or the body of the candle?
Were you here last class?
Yes, I was in the last class.
Are you sure?
Yes, I'm sure.
Did you watch the record? Even if you was not in the class?
Yeah, I watched the record.
I answered this particular question. Why not keep like repeating the same question? The thing is that you might actually be in this class and you will not be listening. This question I've answered several times. Now, picking this particular question is not about picking nothing like other block or from the week or that. I mark my like for example now this particular other block, I'll mark from the week till the body. So if you mark something like this from the week and market fail to like hold this particular zone, yeah, so done. The other block, the zone that like how you mark this particular other block, you remain the same. Like the retracement is about mitigating the breaker block. So nothing like changing or marking from the week and all that.
Okay, boss. Thank you.
So um in some cases whereby you see zone whereby you think I mark the zone from the week, it's about going to the lower time frame to look for that for example now this particular zone now, yeah, is a big other block like this. Now
Yes.
you can actually go lower time frame and see like minimize the other block like this.
Okay.
So then if you go bigger time frame, it will look like I mark the zone with week.
Okay, sir. Okay.
So in that case whereby you see say at the mark it's not weak. It's just like me minimizing the particular as long as market have already taken out that particular liquidity, it will pick the zone.
Okay, sir. Okay. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Abraham Ade, it's in your name safe. Abra,
Yes. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay. I wanted to ask you about coefficient.
Wait, who is making that noise? Who's making that noise? Uh, Ask a question.
Yeah, about the confirmation entry. If we have a setup, let's say on 4 hours, and market reach our point of interest on lower time frame, if we use 5 minutes as confirmation entry, do we have to wait for like liquidity to like market will also give us liquidity to tap the other block or something for us to take a trade?
Good question. So in this case now, let me show you something that market always doing in this particular entry. For example, you see a particular entry like this. You just have to pick. For example, in this zone now, something like this might actually happen. Return back to the other block. What buy. You understand? There's no something like, for example, now let me just show you. Now, in this case, now these are the things you actually can actually see in this particular entry. Now, another thing is it will be possible for you to see liquidity here. But if this liquidity is near to this uh order block, just use the liquidity because market can actually just use the liquidity and buy instead of retracing buy. So if it's near to the other block, then pick your entry from here, mark your SL below here, and what buy. Now, in the case whereby the other block is far from the liquidity, you just have to wait for the liquidity to be taken out. Just have to wait for the liquidity to be taken out and pick your other block and buy. Now, in another case, please, let's whereby in some cases, market will just pick breaker block and buy. This is just all about the immediate return to the breaker block and buy. So if you are picking something like this, make sure the other block is near to the breaker block so that your SL will also be big. So you just have to cover everything up with the like your SL will cover the other block down. You know that this is lower time frame stuff. So the SL will not be big. Something like this. These are the things you can actually like experience in this particular interest.
Okay, okay. Thank you.
Moving and Uguna, I can hear you.
My question is from our last class, first feedback before reconstruction. Can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
So like last week there was a trade that markets did actually pull back here. Like the first pullback before reconstruction into another block. But the other block was too big. So I couldn't use it. So like I went to the lower time frame and saw another block down, down, down. Then use the first pullback as my liquidity, but the price didn't tap into it. Price now use that first pullback as my other block. So there was a pullback after the reconstruction. So I don't really understand if maybe if price taps into the other block, matter the size for the break of structure, like you should use it as a liquidity or you should use it, or it is still valid.
Please, I don't understand your question. Can you please repeat and take it?
Like if price makes a pullback to like big order block, because you said we should look for precise entry, like if the order block is big, and we should go to the lower time frame, look for precise
Mm-hmm.
entry. So if price makes a pullback for a break of structure, so a big order block, should we still like count it valid as our liquidity, or we should take it as price as very good?
You mean the first pullback is always like your liquidity now?
Yeah, but in the case where the other block is not like precise enough for us to use as our entry.
I
Because
don't
when I went to the
understand.
lower time frame,
See, if you have like entry, if you have your first pullback and a big order block, all you have to do is to go lower time frame, 5 minutes or 3 minutes, anyone the structure is good, and wait for liquidity sweep and chain of character returning back to other block. Is there anything nice there?
And please, can you explain your trade, like your second to last trade or BTC? Last, second to last buy, like, I don't really understand.
Now, any trade that I took, uh, any trade that I take, if you don't understand anything there, open your chart, check the same pattern. We did everything, the same pattern and all that. We trade the same thing. Just for you to get perfect in it or get more good in it. So many people was I haven't answered my DM, like I haven't opened my DM since I posted something like this. This is a breaker block. This is a breaker block. And what makes it a breaker block? There is this other block here, and this is like a reaction that shows that there is a POI there, and market fell to hold there. And where is the first pullback? This is the first pullback. Market went up. So this is the liquidity. This is actually the liquidity. So like mark the POI, then come back into my zone and buy. Just for you to do your practice. I don't know if you understand. This is the same thing I explained about breaker block.
Actually, I took my POI too. That recent POI price
Yeah.
respect. Like I was using my that other block down as my POI. Although price
Like
still
I said,
respected.
use your POI should always be near to liquidity. So I picked the POI near to liquidity. That's why market respected me. There's another person somewhere Sunday.
What am I
Good
doing?
evening, sir.
What's up?
I'm fine, sir. So sorry, I wanted to ask if you also use fundamental analysis when making your analysis, or is it pure technicals?
This is just pure technicals.
Okay, sir. That's all. Thank you.
Genesis.
Good evening, sir.
I can hear you.
Uh, I want to ask a few questions. First of all, I wanted to ask, what is it that we need to see? What exactly do we need to see, um, to know that another block or a breaker block has been mitigated? Because I saw what you showed, the one you just showed one guy just now. It was, I think, it was just like he kind of just reached it. So is that what like we need to see to know that the other block or breaker block has been mitigated?
What that English mitigated show like market don't really, like come back to that zone. Like market have already reacted from that particular zone that you want to pick. That's the meaning of mitigation, whether weak or body. As long as the market don't touch that place, is mitigated.
Okay. All right, sir. Secondly, sir, I saw a trade you took on BTC. The buy you just showed this young man now. I wanted to ask, because now according to today's class, if we according to what you said in today's class, according if the bigger time frame, we go to bigger time frame to get our buyer, if you just go to smaller time frame to follow it up. So now BTC has been buying for a while now. So, but there was a buy you took like this week. Now let me say this week that just ended now. And but before then BTC was reversing. So how did you know that, like, what did you see? What were the signs you saw that made you know that BTC was about to buy that particular? Because I saw that you caught the trade exactly at the entry. Like exactly when it started reversing back up, you cut trade. I want to really know how you're able to get at that point. Sir.
Well, this is I didn't catch any trade from this exact point. I didn't catch any trade from this exact point. The same thought you have in your like you market trying to say another is the same thing I have in my head. But just that experience is the best teacher. I've seen something like this happen before. It's just like having this strong uh, what I call it momentum when the SL is when the liquid is a bit far from the POI, market just tend to like use a will not mitigate the POI, just give confirmation and started moving up. Something like that happening in God when I have this strong momentum and all that. Let me just show you. And when there is a bit far, so when the liquidity is a bit far from the POI, sorry. So market will just it's not that happening in good too. And my network is bad. Hmm. Are you hearing me?
I can hear you, sir. I can hear you, sir.
So this breaker block here, this is a POI, and if you check, market did not mitigate the breaker block.
Yes.
So this is exactly what happened in BTC too. It's about experience. It's the same thing. So it's about
Okay.
something like the liquidity is here, and we have POI here. So
Yes.
market was just trying to mitigate the POI, but did not reach. Just start moving up. It will give entry inside that zone, then start moving up. Same thing happened in Gold too, in BTC.
Okay. Because I
That,
checked it and didn't.
that's just it. Do you have any other question?
All right, sir. Yes, sir. Just to be clear onto this class, um, we said BTC we want to get our buyers to just follow up quickly. Like if it's a buy, we should go to lower time frame and follow up with a buy. But I also want to ask, and if you look at BTC now, the way it's looking like is like there is a trend liquidity accumulating. And so, um, how how do we like because if I want to take a buy now, how will I know when it wants to come down and take down all those trend liquidity and continue moving?
Number
Because
one, trend
BTC is buying
liquidity.
now.
See, when trend liquidity is forming, just have it in your mind that market will reverse to take out this loose liquidity. And when market started reversing, it come with this strong momentum of it in trying to take it out. So if you see something like that, those trend liquidity now, you won't actually try to take trade from those trade liquidity. So you just have to wait for it to clear out before you take a trade from that zone. So
All
if
right,
you understand how, okay, that's just all.
thank you, sir. That's my question.
Loretta, I can hear you. Your network is bad. Your network is bad. I can hear you. Your network bad. Okay, here. I have a question to my phone friend to Mike is working. After market taps in your time frame by POI and when to take our trade, should we just wait and take our trade from another block or breaker block? Is it compulsory for us to wait for liquidity to be provided in lower or we can directly from the other block? I don't understand the question. Should we just wait for another question? When you have a particular POI in that time frame,
Please, can
when
you
you're
hear me?
liquidity, all you have to wait is go to lower time frame and pick your POI, like entry, a particular entry. Not too much. Sorry, this hello, ma. What's wrong with that? Loretta, please ask your question.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you, but it looks like your phone or anything you're using is a bit far from you.
Can you use one aspect to do top down analysis?
Can I use what?
One aspect to do top down analysis. Just what you explained at the beginning.
Um, I did that on use GPY too. I did that on use GPY. But let me just explain in let me use GPY explain again. Now, top down analysis is just like using the same pattern using bigger time frame and in lower time frame. Sorry, in the same entry using big in lower time frame, use it in bigger time frame. Like from here now, you can see that this is the first pullback, and market is it's respecting like this is a particular is something like this. Then coming back to PUI and sell. So here now you can actually you can clearly see that market takes out the liquidity which is this high, mitigating the particular PUI, which is what our other block, and I think market is bearish for now. So this is just like the same pattern we use in lower time frame, or the same pattern I told you guys use it in bigger time frame also, which is good has been bullish. And if you check here, market has been retracing back here. Market has been retracing back here. From the breakout block buy, from the breakout block also buy. And if you check here, market didn't like mitigate the breakout block directly. So if you go lower time frame, you will see that market mitigated the zone here, which is other block, and you check why market mitigated the same thing happening now. That's why I said everything that's happening in the market will keep repeating itself. So this is like experience. Something like this also is also happening here. So you know that market is bullish. So anything you're doing now is about buying, buying, buying. Hello, my please. Did I answer your question?
Yes, please.
Ahmed Salisu.
Sir, can you please go back to the GBP JPY? Hello? Can you hear me, sir?
I'm hearing you.
Can you please go back to GBP JPY?
Are you hearing me? You're not hearing me. This is GBP.
I can hear you, sir. I can hear you. I thought the first pullback was the one you used as POI, sir. So why didn't the market use it as liquidity?
You thought what?
I thought the first pullback was the one you used as POI. So why didn't the market took it as liquidity?
I'm trying to get what you mean.
Can you hear me, sir?
I can hear you.
The other block you used, the one highlighted.
Okay, now let me explain. In this particular thing, I'm trying to get your question. We have a POI here too, Abby, and up here. I don't know if you understand.
Yes.
So you are saying this is the first pullback, which is correct. But now this is a bigger time frame.
Yes, sir.
You understand? So we're trying to use the same thing. And if you were here in the last class, I said once market mitigates like one market takes out liquidity, it returns to like use a nearest POI to sell to take out some liquidity. That's why I said to take out all this liquidity here. I'm still expecting buy after this. Why? Because I'll take this as my first pullback now. Yeah, this is true. I'll take this, but this is a bigger time frame. It has to actually try to respect this particular order block here because this is what liquidity also. So after taking out this liquidity to pick the other block and sell. So this here is about trend liquidity that's been forming here. So I'm trying to like sell down to take out this one and maybe pick a POI for bullish trend to continue, then pick a POI for sell. I don't know if you understand. So this is
Okay, I
like a
understand.
bigger time frame structure.
Okay, I understand. Thank you.
No other question. Those people with the type, now the type what person go understand. Think today's class is somehow complete, and I think you can recommend any videos also. A record, I will drop record on GJ. That's not the first back. I've explained that. Bro, I've explained. Okay, that's just all for
Steve,
today.
sorry, I have one more question. Sorry.
Okay,
Please, can you go to your gold? There's a current buy you are on. Like, I wanted to know what's the analysis for the buy, or was it just a like this
that
current
buy
buy?
was from Breaker Blog. That buy was from Breaker Blog. This buy is from Breaker Blog.
So, like, where's the inducement? Is there an inducement there?
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay.
This is the inducement that I used, sir. There was the inducement here.
Yeah, it's clear. It's clear.
So, okay, straight up. Another person, boy,
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, please, can you go back to your GJ chat?
This GJ.
Okay, the 1 month chart you were in. Okay, so down there now, after that long candle FVG, there was a pullback there. There was a short pullback just after that long this thing. There was a short pullback, but market took it, but it did not sell.
Where? Where?
Like go
Yeah.
down, no down.
Yeah.
Like no, go to your left. Yes,
This
that
side.
high there. Yes. That's
This side.
liquidity. Why? No. You have passed it. You went there just now. Go to the other side.
This side.
No, go to the
This
other
side.
side. No. You see that long candle? Yes. That side. Go down.
This side.
No. Below that, below the POI you marked, just below it.
This is the period that I marked.
Yes, go to your is it your right? I don't know if it's your right or your left. I don't know the
This side.
perspective. Not that side. Not that
This
side.
side.
The other side.
Can you please
Yes, go
screenshot and
down.
send to the group? I don't understand. This side.
He's talking about that
Yes.
2007 period,
Yes.
the dark the end.
The 2009. 2009. 2009.
This side. This is about
Yes.
2009. Yeah.
Yes. See that 2009 high there. Why the price not like take it then drop a bit? Instead, price just kept buying because originally looking at it, you'll be like,
Wait,
okay,
wait,
that's the
wait,
first.
wait, 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 wait. I don't understand what you mean by buying. So this, I don't understand. This market is selling down. So what do you mean by
Then when price was coming back up, why did you not take it as liquidity? Because to me, I see that as the first pullback. So why the price not take it as liquidity then drop?
if you were here in the last class, I made mention of first breaker blood that felt too good. So that's always the first breaker blood of felt too good. Even if market like give you this particular liquidity here, so that first breaker block is always very, very active. So that's the question I have for now. The answer to the question to your question. Because market can actually do something like this. Let me explain. That first breaker block is always like my main entry. I don't really, for example, you have things like first, second, third. No, sorry, this is the first one that fell to wood, went up like this. So market can actually go something like this. Go as if you want to go up. The first breaker that fell to wood is always my main entry. Because it's like an experience
Oh,
that you can just try to choose this market will just mitigate. You can try to use this one. Because just do as if you want to buy and still went down, pick up UI and buy and sell. So yeah, buy. So the first breaker block is always active.
okay, thank you.
Um, the next person, which is your name is maybe Arabic. Please ask your question. Please just kindly change this or this thing.
Um, Good evening.
What's up?
Please can you go back to your BTC chat? You took one trade there that I have question on it.
Where? Which this thing?
Your BTC chart, the one you took before the current trade.
This BTC.
You can go to maybe like 30 minutes time frame. So
30.
yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, the second to the last trade that you took.
This one. This is going to last
Yes,
one.
yes. Um, I want to know the POI that like you take the trade from.
If I dey answer question, please you guys should please can someone come up and answer this question? I've answered this question before.
Oh, sorry.
You can ask some question. If you not go to class, you not go do another thing. And if you come up, you bring another question I've already
Yes.
answered, dragging me
Yes,
back.
hello, sir.
Yeah?
Can I answer the question, sir?
You can answer the question, please.
You said what happened there was that market market didn't really touch the POI. Market was in a hurry to start buying. So market didn't really tap into it. It just came down a bit as if you wanted to touch it and start buying
No. You don't understand the question. Well, let me just answer. So this is
immediately.
like if this is going to last. This is a breakout block. This is a breakout block here. A breakout block. Lower time frame. Check your lower time frame structures. So this is basically like a breakout block. And if you check, there was a reaction. This is as if you want to buy. You want to sell, then went straight up. So this is the first pullback for that breakout block. Check your 1 minute. You can see the breakout block here. So just as if you want to
Okay.
go up, then retrace back. They stay,
Yes.
they pay attention. This
I've
thing is
seen
just
it.
like that.
I don't see it like that. Thank you.
Boy,
Sorry, I forgot to lower my hand after my question.
we're gonna
Sorry, can you go to your TPP everywhere?
GVJPY.
Yeah.
15 minutes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
After that, after that sweep market made, those breaks to the upside that's disrespected those other blocks. Can we count them as like structure, market breaking structure? Like taking by upwards.
Those words.
Those other blocks that markets should expect them. Can we take them as structure so we can take by from that other block?
You know the market is on trend.
I thought market was coming for a POI.
Hmm?
Like if you go to the higher time frame, market is coming up. It's coming for a POI up. Like what this is just like.
Counter trend is bad. Counter trend is bad. From here now, for me, I'm not taking any trade for GPGPY. GPGPY has been, if you check other broker, GPGPY has been consolidating. It's just going up, coming down, going up, coming down. So for here now, I don't really value anything from this zone because you can choose to pick this other block now for buy. Market will liquidate you. For me, I don't see anything here. Even if it's going up, then after the break, then I can start looking for up to buy. But for now, I'm not interested in anything GPY. But if you want to, you are free. But be aware of the risks there.
But the question I asked was breakup blocks. Yeah.
If market use weak or body to break a structure, anyone is a breaker structure. Solomon, boy, you remove your hand, I beg.
Yeah, good evening. Good evening.
Mm-hmm.
So my question is based on that BTC USD.
Mm-hmm.
Based on that BTC, can you go to your BTC USD chart 1 week time frame?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so
1 week.
yes, 1 week, yes. So now this trade now, we are expecting it to get to this breaker block, right?
Mm-hmm.
And now the trade has not gotten to the market has not gotten to that breaker block, but market is buying.
Mm-hmm.
That there's a POI that market is trying to get to before selling down to the breaker block, or that's just the like last move price will make before taking the continuing the uptrend. Because I see a lot of people, even I saw you buying too. I think I saw you buying too.
VTC, I've experienced something like this too. I
Yeah.
need to pay attention. This is like market being hurry or something like that. Something like that happen in good. So for me, BTC is bullish.
Okay. Okay. Now we there's no need to wait for market to get to that
I will be looking for, since I understand market is bullish, I'll be looking for setup for buy. And you can see I'm already buying. I
okay.
just it.
All right. All right. Thank you very much.
Samuel.
Okay, good evening, sir. I just want to confirm something. The only reason you're not taking that 1 hour trend night break for sales on BTC is because it's bullish, right?
1 hour
That one
trend
hour trend
breakout.
night break.
Yes,
Yes.
because I'm expecting bullish trend.
Okay, thank you.
I beg next class. Bye.